Well, I haven't been this way in a while, where I'm at today. I hadn't been this way since I've been doing these on YouTube with my new camera. I haven't, anything I've done here before, I've done with an older camera. So today, just to tell you where I'm at out on a place that's called Antioch Lake. At least I think that's what this is called. It was actually built, and this whole thing was formed by our local power company. But you can see, I can zoom in here, you see some guys out there fishing. See them on the boat. So that's a lot of people, that's what primarily is done through here is fishing, but there's a lot of area for hiking here too. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. But so that's what we're going to do here right now is do some hiking. And this is kind of a small trail. There's a few others around here. There's also a campground around this area. Whatever talking you may hear in the background, those guys out there on that boat. I thought I saw something moving, but it was just the shadow of those leaves blowing. You see it kind of moving around there. I thought it was an animal down there. Do want to be on the lookout for those. You hear plenty of birds around today too, probably. They like to go fishing as well. A lot of lush green in here. All the way down to the lake here. One of the other hikes I've done, you've seen a lot of the blue flowers, or blue, violet, purplish flowers. And there's some over here too, in fact. But now we can see some yellow ones. Right over here. And you can see some of the purple ones too. So we got both of them here today. As well as the sweet gums. Plenty of those right through here. Right up here, I've already hiked this once today. I didn't film it the first time. I just sort of did a dry run through here because it's the first time I've been here in a while. Right here, I don't know if you can see it real well on here or not. Got a lot of leaves and stuff here piled up, so I'm purposely doing this to make sure there's nothing hid in here as I step through here. Also have to be careful on going through some of these parts that I'll be going through, because as you go through with light and shadow, can't always see the ground perfectly well where they blend together. There's those guys out there doing their fishing. They're on there now on video now for the world to see. There's actually somebody behind them over there too. There's another boat over there fishing. And probably see quite a few more. Right down here, a lot of people will come to fish also in this area. right there, some people will use something like that to prop a fishing rod on. While they have to walk away, they'll leave it with that. Or while they take a nap. And of course, you've always got the people that want to litter. Here, I'll just come up here to the lake, the shore side here. And let's see if I can get this up right here. Get it out as far as I can. You can see this lake goes a long way around here. So it's real, very big. Actually, on the other side over there as well, on the shore over there, you can actually hike all the way around this, all the way from over there, going all the way. Part of it's not in the woods. You can see if I can get a close up on that. Right there, you can walk across that sort of land bridge that's been built up there. It's sort of dammed up. There's two of them. You can walk across those, but then the rest of it's in the woods. You can't see it because of this tree here, but it comes out down there. So it's long. There's a lot of trails. I've done that one time before. All right. Now we'll go back to this trail. We can go either way here. I'm going to go right on the lake side. It's a dragonfly. Yeah. And he flew away. I was hoping to get a picture of him flying away, but I couldn't focus on it well enough to get close to it. Now, over on my right-hand side is where the lake is and where the guys are fishing at. Over here on my left-hand side, and you can't I'm gonna have to wait here just a second and get a little bit better shot of it. It's right here. It goes down. This little. Goes downhill, and you go back uphill, right over here. We go uphill is where I'll show you this. You can see maybe, let's see right here, there's a fence post there. And there's a fence that's up. And right over there, cemetery. I don't know how well that shows up through that, but we zoom out there, you might be able to see that. And so there's a cemetery here on one side and the lake on the other. right now I don't see any right now, but I have actually seen snakes in here before, little water snakes or something around in here sunning themselves. Right now they couldn't because there's shadow, although there's right up here there's some sun, but I don't see any there. I was going to get that bird on camera. He flew off on me. Maybe we'll see another one. No. Here. Little bitty pine tree starting to grow. You may or may not make it. Maybe too much shade. Right here, you can see some trees were cut. You can tell this was not done just naturally with them falling over. This was human had done this. And I remember when this tree actually had fallen over in here, having to kind of crawl under it and walk around the limbs and all on this. But somebody came through here and cut it. And actually, we're going to run into another one like this here in just a few minutes. It's not nearly as big as this one is, but one that has fallen over, but they haven't made it into cut yet. So, but the people did come in to cut it, so that it'd be easier for people like me to walk through here. There's something moving around here. Whatever it was, it may have been just a bug. It may have been a lizard. I've seen a few lizards out and about, especially the real small ones. You know, when I was coming through here earlier and seeing those guys out there fishing and thinking if I, had been filming them like I did just a minute ago, they would be on camera for anyone in the world that has YouTube or Facebook can see it. I just thought, that there is no more privacy in the world anymore. Now, if you're out in public, you kind of don't expect it. That's just sort of the risk you take by being out in public, that you might be caught on film or in picture somewhere, and for anyone around the planet to be able to see. It's just sort of the risk you take if you're going to be out and about doing something. If you're at home, you sort of in your own home, you sort of expect things to be kept private there. But years ago, if you were out in public, you didn't really expect that you were going to be caught on camera, even though it was a possibility, but it was far less likely. Today, people have like when I've got this camera here, the cell phone that I still have and used to do a lot of filming on. Everybody's got cell phones and can film things just on the spur of the moment. Some have cameras like this, various other things you can do that, and people can see you at any time. There is no more privacy in that sense to be had. So if you're in public, you just sort of have to take that into account. You might be on camera anywhere you are. Right here is another place, kind of something that was kind of, I think, built here, or built up here at least, kind of an outlet. I don't know if you can see it here because of the way the sun's shining on it, but we walk down here to it. This is kind of off the trail just a bit, but some people come down here and fish as well, fish off the land. Right here you can see this out here too. There's some people over there, people doing some fishing all around. All right, now go back up. But just a thing to note, whenever you're out, there's always a possibility you can be being filmed, be on camera, and be on there for the world to see. It's just the world that we live in. It's the drawback or the benefit of technology. Could be either one, depending. Look at this right here. It's a tree, dead tree. You see here, so I guess these are some types of mushrooms, fungi growing on there. Now right up here, you can see it already. We'll zoom there. There's a tree. It's fallen over. Now from here I couldn't tell whether I was going to be able to get around it or not, but you can get around it. Get up here to it. Eventually someone will probably come in and cut this. Now when I came through before, I took a little side route, went around it. Right over here, let me get up here a little closer, see where the roots were. Right there, where it came up. And down here is where the top of it was, smashed into a bunch of different pieces. That's very difficult, just because of where this is, to either get over it or under it. But what I'm going to try to do is to go over it with the camera in hand. But I'm not going to have my walking stick here in hand. I'm going to stick it over here. And I'll pick it up on the other side. I'm just going to do this. Also, these right here, all these things being in the way, I could crack this one off right here. But I'm not going to right now. Right now I'm just going to focus on getting over this. So here I go. Now the good thing is there we go. Wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Good thing is coming over that. Don't have to worry too much about not being able to see what's under it. That's the thing. If you see one laying on the ground, or it's down there on that end of it, if you step over it, you can't see what's on the other side. Always idea there could be snakes there that want to bite. But when being that far off the ground, that's not really a problem. The problem is just being able to get over it. Also, look right here. These trails are marked. You can see it on both sides of that tree. See them on there. It's on both sides there. So this trail is is marked for people to be able to see. The trail I'm often on the creek side, which is a good bit away from here, a good ways away from here, is the trail isn't marked because it's not an official trail. This one is not a. This one is an official trail. That one's more, I'm gonna say unofficial, I guess, or informal. I don't know what the word to look at is. It's one that humans have made, but it hasn't been marked or designated by the government or any agency as a trail. Nevertheless, anybody can walk on it because it's pretty easy to spot where the trail is. I see a bird. He flew away. Won't be still for me to film him. Maybe you can see him on here. There's a trail marker again. If I can get, he keeps moving along. I can't get a good enough shot on him. But I see him flying through the trees over to the side of me. Also, you can see occasionally birds fly along the. There's another one I see, but you can see them flying along the edge here because that's a good place to get fish. That's what they're looking for. There's also some ducks and geese I've seen, or not geese, but I think a crane or something like a crane that's out here flying. They're well known for their love of eating fish, so you might see them out there too when we get down closer to the lake. Now, I'm going to see if I can get a good picture of this through the trees over here. I'm not sure how good you probably can't see it very well. But there's people putting their boats into the water over there. Oh, here's some more yellow flowers. I'm not an expert on this, so I would not necessarily try it. But I do believe the ones I just showed you are actually edible. So if you're out, it's not something I would try unless I was in a survival situation where I was starving to death or something, but I do believe that actually is edible. There are a good number of things here that are, and some that are not. Some that may, some things can actually be deadly. Some things may just make you sick. But some things are actually very much edible. We're still on the trail here. We get a better picture here of the cemetery. So now we're on the other side of it. And there's some people down here actually fishing. I just passed by one guy. I probably heard me talking, thinking probably thought I was crazy talking to myself or something, not realizing I'm filming. I saw a guy down here on the edge of this area doing some fishing. There's another guy right up here doing it. And there. See somebody putting their boat out. There's the dock. A lot of fishermen out today. Like this guy right here. He left his red wagon up here on the trail where he's got some stuff in it. There he is down there fishing. I think he's talking on the phone. Won't bother him, just let him go ahead and do his fishing. I'm about to come to the end of the trail here. There's his red wagons. I said he's got some stuff in. That's the first time I've ever experienced that while I'm out walking. I've been out here before with some people down there fishing, but it's the first time I've ever seen them leave something like a wagon like that they pulled up along this trail. Right up here is about to be another descent. Oh, look, there's a goose right down there. I was going to say a goose, but there are geese because there's two of them. If you can see them, let me zoom in on right here. These things can be mean too. All right. They may or may not yield to me when I go down there. We'll see here in just a moment. Something just flew off, another bird. Some more of the birds down here. All right. It's like they're going toward the water. Yeah, they're going to get out there and do some swimming for us. Yeah, you can see on the other side plenty of people with their boats. That's just the thing today. Everybody's out to do that. Out to do a little fishing today. It's a good day for it. It's nice and sunny out here today. So it's a good day to go fishing. I said I saw some ducks earlier. I think it was those geese that I saw right there that I thought were ducks. They were a little bit further away from me. I couldn't tell so much. There's some people just there going to put in. Like a man, a couple of kids over there. Yeah. I say I'll leave all of them alone. Oh, drop that stick here. All right. Well, at this point, I'm going to cut off the filming. Thanks for sharing my time going around with the walk with me today. And I'll probably be back up here again to do this one again at 3 o'clock. There's some more videos up here. There's some more of my Bible devotionals and so forth. I'll do that sometimes when I'm on here. I say I just do on these different things, whatever I'm feeling the mood to do it at that particular time of the day. But I hope everybody, I hadn't been on in about a week now since Easter, so I hope everybody's had a good week. And hope you have another good and blessed weekend. I'll be back. There's a bird right up here. See if I can get him. Yeah, I don't know if I can get close enough to him. There we are. He flew away. But I'm going to wrap this up. I've done about half an hour of it. Usually it don't take me long to walk around there. I just spend a lot of time talking about different things, stopping along the way today. So I hope everybody has a good day, has an enjoyable day, and weekend, or whatever time it is you may happen to be watching this at any point in the future. So just have a good day. God bless you, and I will see you the next time.